right in and loading in partway through, and all of a sudden it's going to be just Gray left in a 1v4 in the pistol round here. Unfortunately, yeah, his knife out is just going to try to go for the start and is not going to be able to do so. So that's going to be the attacking side of Beta Division opening things up. For the side of 100 Dweebs is going to be Gray, Tron, Anchor, Wilson, and Frost running, you know, a relatively standard combo. You do have the Jet. Actually, Jet instead of the Raze here, which is interesting. You will have the Brimstone, Cypher, Sage, and Sky. On the other side, you're going to see Mingyu on a Phoenix, along with the Brimstone, Viper, Sky, and Raze. So, I mean, both teams kind of, you know, doing something a little non-traditional. Now, at the same time, some are trying to do some stuff traditional. So, you know, we're going to see how things go. It's going to be, you know, they've picked up 3 Bulldogs, 2 Spectres. On the other side, a single Frenzy is all that's been invested in off the rip here. So you're going to see, you know, the flashes come in and whatnot. This wall goes right down the middle of A main, basically, which is a little bit interesting. And I'm going to raise the volume slightly just so that goes up. Raze is just going to go straight on in. There's going to be nobody home. There are going to be 3 players here on the site. Mingyu's going to find 1. That's going to be Tron going down as Frost is tucked into this corner, but the Molly is just going to burn or not. Apparently the corner is not actually covered and is going to actually be okay. So, you know, a couple players left. It's just going to be Wilson here with that Frenzy that's been picked up. Immediately goes down, and there's not going to be much for the world. They're going to find 1 on towards Razes, but the rest of the team stays up, and that's going to be an early 2-0 start here for the side of Beta Division. We're going to see it. They are going to now, you know, buy into the rifles, get everything up, all the gear on the other side. I mean, 3 Bulldogs stayed alive in that round, which does mean, I mean, Raze is just going to pick up the Ghost and some light armor, you know, pick up a weapon if a teammate goes down. But they're going to be more than happy with how things are going as of right now. And it's going to be a very big Showers push here by the looks of it off the rip. All players dedicated here over towards Showers. They don't have the ability to really go for, you know, one of those Sage walls and just kind of block off the corner of A and then fall back in towards Showers. And Mingyu is going to pop the ultimate here most likely. And is just going to go straight through the smoke, right through. And is going to get spotted by that Skydog there and is going to end up not picking up the kill. Gets a shot, I believe, in, but not enough. 1 player has gone down. It was raised once again. And the spam through the box is going to come through from Frost. He's able to find 1. Might get some more damage here on towards Mingyu depending on where the spam is hitting. And Gray is going to find another up over the top. The spike is on its way down. And all of a sudden at the very end, it's going to be Tubster's last one to fall. Anchor picks that one up as Gray finds another couple in the round. Go up to 5 kills with Mingyu as well. But that now is going to be rifles on the board for the side of Beta Division as they get back in towards things here in a moment. You're going to see, you know, the initial Showers push is going to be moved off. Wilson is just going to throw the wall up, fall back here. The wall's immediately going to get broken, as you can see. Beta Division making a pretty quick push on forward here in towards Hookah. The rest of the team, you know, pushing up along. You're going to see Mingyu is going to get a bit spammed through the smoke, though will take some damage here. Not going to be too significant. It looks like the rest of the team is going to fall back. Mingyu's going to pick up that orb, so... You know, a lot of Phoenix orb farming, trying to get that ultimate online. They're trying to funnel a lot of these orbs over and is actually going to dink Wilson through the box. So that's going to be a significant amount of damage there. And meanwhile, the rest of the team has made their way here over towards A. The walls are going to go down. Smoke as well. Addison is just going to throw everything down. Should give them an opportunity here for a spike plant if possible. But the sky flashes from from Frost are pretty nice. Only gets 1 though before going down, and Tron is going to peek in towards lights. As you're going to see, the rest of the team still trying to play out here. As Gray's going to find another on towards Mingyu, but Addison, excuse me, is going to trade back. So down goes Gray. And now there's just going to be 2 players left in the 2v3 here. Tron is not going to spot that player. They're going to hear the teleports, and they're going to go for that rotate. You're going to see Ray just immediately pops out, spots both players. And Tron immediately falls. Anchor now in the 1v3. 2 players pretty weak though here. and is going to find one. That's going to be Raze going down. Addison is also going to be quite low, but no, not going to be peeking that corner, which means Addison is going to pull that one out on top. Stays alive with 32 HP, and that is going to be a third round on the board for Beta Division here. Also, all not beginning to get involved here. You can see there are going to be a couple on the board. We're going to see the ultimates will be popped here by Gray, who's not just going to have the classic in hand. The rest of the team, though, has picked up rifles. It's going to be a pretty good default spread just across the board from all players. No one's really pushing too hard here, it looks like, and everyone's just kind of, you know, content to just sit back, not do too much. But Anchor is going to be the first one, pokes out towards long, and is able to pick up that first kill on towards Addison. So that's going to be the smokes down for the side of Beta Division. That may be a bit of an issue in the future, but Mingu is going to pick up the kill on towards Gray. The knives not going into effect. Mingu's going to get the ultimate as well here. Probably, well, not going to pop it just yet, and that's going to be a peek out. Frost will pick up that kill, though. You're going to see the plant was started. It does look like it's going to stay, as Raze is going to find one with the classic of all things, but the spike has fallen as Wilson's able to pick up Tubsters. We're now in a 2v2 situation here. And Raze is very low. Chris is going to be the only one that can really do a whole lot. They're going to go for the teleport. Wilson's going to catch it right on the edge there. And then the spike is going to go through. So it's going to be Chris now in the 1v2. There's going to be the spam. But no, Chris is only going to find one. Finds Anchor, but Wilson with the third in the round is able to find a second one. 400 Dweebs. They're only going to have one play remaining at the end of it, though, so the money situation is not going to be very ideal on the board. As we're going to see, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a, you know, a Bulldog, rifles, and a Judge, it looks like, for Tron. On the other side, it's going to be a pretty quasi-buy. Chris is going to buy in with the rifle, has enough money relative to the rest of the team. Everyone else is going to run some pistols. There are going to be some ultimates available, though, so look to see whether or not Raze decides to maybe pop this and try to go for it, and is going to do so. Ultimate's going to go out, not going to find the kill, though. Frost is going to survive that. And that is going to be a problem here now for the attacking side. Frost is going to be brought extremely low, but the rest of the team not really able to get into a position to go for that plant yet. The smokes are going to go down. That's going to cover a good portion of the site here. And it looks like, yeah, they're just going to go for that teleport through the wall, but they got to break this wall as well. And that is going to actually stall them here a little bit. That's going to stall them maybe long enough, as you're going to see one player gets in and across. That is going to be, well, that's going to be Anchor there on that side. Going to have to reposition it around elbow. The rest of the team, you know, just going for this plant. Chris is going to be watching here towards elbow, and is going to have that one rifle. That's going to be a Viper's Pit as well, granted from the spike plant. And this is going to be a really awkward retake now. It's going to be a 4v4 here with Frost extremely low. But you do know as well that, I mean, the weaponry is going to be advantageous towards the defense, and that ultimate might just do enough. If it actually went off, I think it got canceled in the middle. And no, Chris is going to clean up everybody, it looks like. 3 kills in the round, along with one in the side of, I believe that was, yeah, that was Tubsters at the end as well. And yeah, it looks like, I mean, Tron seems to be very surprised that somebody didn't go down, and it was probably Tubsters. But that is going to be a big round there for Beta Division. That'll break the bank as well on the side of 100 Dweebs, and that does mean they're going to have to reset and get that all back and ready to go. On the other side, you know, full rifles across the board and some money beginning to get stacked up for the side of Beta Division here. As we are going to see this long push, it's going to be a couple players stack in towards Hookah. That'll probably almost immediately get cleared out by the boom bot potentially, but no, the bot doesn't get far enough. But you know, here comes that push. And then, I mean, there's going to be a Cypher trip that they're going to be dealing with. And I mean, the nade does a lot of damage here off the rip. And that is just going to be players falling left, right, and center. Anchor's going to find one, but the rest of the team on site just gets mowed down. And you get a Frost and Tron coming in from the A site. And, I mean, they're not going to be really breaking into this too quickly, because it is definitely going to be far more difficult to break through and get on this retake. Thinking about a dog, but no, Mingu's going to peek around elbow. Mingu finds both kills. 5th round on the board for Beta Division here. I mean, Tron is playing off of like a LAN cafe setup right now. So, I mean, the poor guy tried to get travel plans altered to get here. So, you know, good for him to be able to make this match. Shout out Tron for doing so. Probably not, definitely not playing on his most ideal setup. We are going to see, you know, full rifles back into this round. You're going to see Mingu all the way up to 9 kills already. 9 and 3 to open up this game. And again, to do another push here towards Showers, almost as an ultimate again. That'll be like the 3rd time at least that the ultimate has been capable. They're going to clear it all out. Just go for the orb. Just farm the orbs. It's basically the stream strategy here, where it's just farm up as many orbs as possible. Raze is going to find Wilson. Grade's immediately going to trade back, though, so that advantage gone. Anchor's going to find another one, as that's going to drop Mingu. Chris trying to push here towards Lights. Not going to find that kill on towards Gray. Gray gets a 2nd in the round. Looking to make it 3. Addison is going to deny that, but will get spotted out by the spy cam here. Is going to go for that peek as well. Gets Tron, so big peek there from Addison. Looking to make it some more. Spotted at least one more player, I believe, and is going to pick up that spike in the 1v2 situation. Will get revealed by the dart, and is going to have to go all the way across the map here. Is still getting pinged by that dart. We'll be able to pull that one out. Is going to take that plant, and that flash up over the top is going to do everything basically. And Addison's going to go all the way around towards elbow on 70 HP as well, so not the most ideal situation for sure. And is going to dodge that. Ultimate's going to come out. Anchor's going to get it to half though, and is not going to end up going down. Brought pretty low here, but the spike is also not really planted in a position for Anchor, and Anchor's going to peek around the corner and will find Addison there. 3 in the round for Anchor, as the Cypher gets 3 on the board plus the defuse. Got it to half as well. Everything that you wanted there, and a nice retake coming at 100 Dweebs, which is going to push them over up to 3 rounds. So it's going to be a 3-5 half as of right now. As we head to round number 9, they're going to have some money as well. Maybe not a ton of it. They're barely, I think, going to be able to pull this buy together, as I think Gray's going to be 2 away from ultimate, so won't have that just yet. A couple players are going to be looking a little worse for wear in terms of weaponry here. On the other hand, though, Beta Division fully equipped out, finally, you know, denting that economy as of right now. So we're going to see where they end up going. It's going to be 3 players stacked here over towards A, but the push is on its way to B here. In towards Hookah they go. Ray's going to be the first one in the door, and it's going to be smoked off, so nothing really to be found at the moment. Mingu is just going to get another orb. He's going to have that ultimate ready to go. Right through the smoke we go. Going to get immediately flashed up. Probably not going to be here for too much longer. He's going to spot the legs of one. Is not going to find the second, but a teammate is there to trade it out, and that's going to leave Frost. The only one on the site is going to go down as Mingu finds that one through the edge of the box. Wilson's going to be on a Stinger, and you have going to have Anchor on a Vandal coming in through Hookah. See if they expect this as of right now. I don't know if they're going to be expecting a flank to come through, but Mingu will find a Wilson for the 3rd of the round. And I think now they finally will peek and spot that. There you go. That's going to be Addison's going to find out. Addison's going to peek, and Addison's going to get the kill. 6 on the board here for Beta Division, as they're going to go up 6-3. We are going to see next up on the board.
Right here.
You're going to see, I mean, it is going to be, you know, pretty rough buy on the side of 100 Dweebs right now. This is going to be Jake. Sorry, not Jake. Oh my god. Mine is not. The Gray is going to be the first one to go for that opening shot. Is not going to make contact, though, unfortunately, and is going to get completely smoked off here playing on the nerf jet as well, actually. I just realized. I forgot about that. We are going to be on a slightly nerfed, or well, slightly nerfed. I mean, basically nerfed into the ground version of jet, as they're going to go immediately for that transition over towards the B site. Everyone is rotated out, but Anchor's going to catch one, as Mingu's going to get dropped before getting traded out, though Tubsters is going to be there to clean up on that late rotation. And something to note as well is Chris is going to be following all these players down the back here. This could be a massive backstab because none of them are going to be ready for this. It's going to walk around the corner. There's going to be one. Looking for the second as well. Is going to find two, which is just going to leave Gray and Tron now in a 2v4 retake. Not too much to do. I mean, Tron's going to peek around the corner. There's 3 players there. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. As the last remaining player is going to be Chris. Gonna get taken out as Gray's gonna land that flick. A nice shot out of Gray. But not much else is probably gonna land. Is gonna hit that shot actually, but it's not gonna be the headshot. Tubsters is gonna survive. Away we go. It's going to be 7-3 as of right now. Headed to round 11. Gray is going to pull that operator as well. So something that we have not seen yet so far in this match. The operator is finally going to come out. We're going to see that in the hands of Gray. Rest of the team going to have rifles. A little bit of light armor as well, which isn't going to be a huge deal. But both Addison and Chris are running Phantoms. So that might be a difference maker in that regard. First shot is going to be Addison. Down goes Addison. Operator in play, and Operator immediately pays off. Actually, that was the only updraft as well. I realized that was used up. And there's no Sage on this side, so that means Addison's not coming back into this round. Second player is going to be Chris up on the box. Doesn't want to peek too far, and they're actually beginning to deny a little more space here. Showers has been a bit cut off here with the wall. Wall's been broken, though. So Mingu probably thinking about that orb once again, but Gray is also going to find Chris as well. The operator paying its weight in spades as of right now, as the remaining 3 players are all here towards Showers. It's all going to be on Wilson, as they're all just going to swing around the corner. Hello, and Wilson says, I want none of that. Backs up immediately. The nade's not going to clear a huge amount of space here because Wilson is still going to be behind this box. Working on, is slowly getting spammed, but there's going to be another shot coming through as well. Both players remaining here in Showers. Tubbs just going to find one. And then spam is coming through as well. That might land more on towards Mingu, but no, at the end of the day, it's just going to be Tubster, 70 HP, stuck in this corner. Not going to flash anything either off of that. And the operator out of Gray, 4 kills in the round with this, as they're going to find a 4th round for 100 Dweebs.
Last round in the half.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway.
We are going to see that operator again is going to be moved. It's going to reposition around the map. And a C now. Beta Division is basically going to have to spot that one out and then try to avoid it if necessary. But we're going to have to wait and see where they do end up going. The Seekers immediately used as well, because those are going to go out. They're not going to spot a whole lot, it looks like. As early on is just going to be Gray here. Looking for Tubsters. Tubsters is not going to give that angle. I'm not sure if Gray was spotted on the cross or not, and they know to go away from this position, but Gray is not going to have anyone to deal with for the time being. And Mingu is going to win this Showers fight. Is going to grab that ult orb. That's going to be an ultimate on board once again and available to him.
Come on, let's go.
Going to see the player. They're going to go charging out on towards the site. There's going to be not a whole lot available. But Mingu will spot Anchor, and down she falls. It's going to be now Gray with that operator up in heaven. And as well, you're going to see, I mean, the ultimate from Tron, not able to deny a whole lot here. Mingu's going to be tucked away in Showers. I'm going to have the rest of the team just spread out absolutely everywhere across the map right now, across A. And this is going to be a really rough retake, especially with that operator. You know, Gray did spot Tubsters here. Cross is going to find one. Gray's going to find another. We're just immediately evened up. And Tron not able to get to half, unfortunately, and it's all going to be on Gray now in the 1v2 here. Both players on that side, but I mean the defuse is coming through, and unfortunately that means you're not going to be able to get it. And Gray is just, you know, just basically just going to die the spike. Is going to not get any of them, unfortunately, but the spike takes down everybody. It's going to be an 8-4 half for the side of Beta Division here. On 100 Dweebs map pick as well. You're going to see heading into this pistol, 100 Dweebs. This was their pick. This is their map. They know this the best. And unfortunately, it's just not currently working out too well. I mean, 8-4 is not the worst score line. It's really not that bad. But if you lose this pistol round, you are going to be in a little bit of a pickle. So we're going to be seeing if they have some kind of strategy, if they have something that they have prepared for this pistol. See if anything comes out of this.
Pull your socks up.
It is going to be, you know, showers push, a split basically is looking like off the rip with an early flash over the top out of Frost. Anchor is going to be spammed through that smoke there, it looks like, and they're going to tag Mingu, but Anchor will be brought down to 11 HP. Probably going to want that heal. There you go, but Chris is going to find Gray off the rip here. They're just going to, you know, wall it all up. Probably just go for that plant in the corner there, as Tron is barely going to be able to stay alive. As you can see, Mingu trying to get through that smoke. And it's going to get dinged, but now they're going to stay alive still, though. And Frost will get caught, which means it's all giving on Anchor in the 1v3. Lands the dink, so there's one. But two full health players still to go, unfortunately. And Addison is going to come around the corner with the classic and finish her off. So there goes Anchor.
Gun here.
And that is going to be a 9th round for Beta Division. So the scenario that you didn't want to see happening right now is now happening. 100 Dweebs is down 4-9. You're behind by 5 rounds with only 4 left to give. And that is going to leave them in a bit of an awkward spot. You can see the defensive side buying up full Spectres basically, except for Mingu. Okay, there we go. Full Spectres across the board. 100 Dweebs not going to invest in this round. They're not going to try to force and, you know, just counteract it immediately. They're opting to take the safer route. Go for the rifles afterwards. You're going to see it's going to just be a B hit here. It looks like everyone's just going to charge their way out. And it's all going to be on, you know, Addison in the back. Listening for the footsteps. Drops the smokes. The Viper wall as well, providing a fair amount of cover here. Because it doesn't look like they want to go charging through that just yet. The early spam not going to be able to find anything. But the rotation is now here from the side of Beta Division. All players basically, except for Mingu, have rotated over. You can see Rays going back and forth, trying to figure out where or not they want to go. Chris is going to find one. Gray trades back, but Addison immediately trades back. And it's going to be a 3v3 here, actually. No, make that a 3v... Well, okay, I was going to say 3v2. It's now going to be a 1v2 here. Wilson with 12 HP and a stinger. And it's probably not, well, was definitely not expecting that at one point, but they will know exactly where Wilson is. Wilson's gonna be forced to kind of just deal with the swing. Both players, they thought about making the aggressive play and then decided against it. They're gonna play back, play this safe. Wilson, unfortunately, was not healed up very much either by that.
30 seconds left.
Still at 42 HP. I think took a little bit of damage from Raze. And there's gonna be a peek around the corner. Some shots. Gets a dink off as well on towards Mingu, but Mingu is going to survive with 45 HP, and that is going to be another round in the books for Beta Division. So now they're going to have all the Spectres into the side of 100 Dweebs, who are going to have, you know, full rifles. You're going to see some of the pistols that were won in that round are going to get dropped over. Everyone else is, you know, low investment and everything. 17 kills on the board here for Mingu. Gray's at 16, and then you got Chris at 15, Addison at 12, Anchor at 12. So, you know, a lot of slaying coming in right now from a lot of players in the lobby. You're going to see early aggression once again towards Hookah. It's going to be Addison here with a frenzy. Going to be forced to kind of back up here as the utility goes flying through, along with player teleports. Coming here in towards mid, towards the push. As you're going to see Frost is going to be forced to pull off. And there's going to be players inside of the teleport room. And that is going to actually surprise Gray, it looks like. Addison's going to find another, so... I mean, 100 Dweebs are kind of falling apart here. They're going to lose 3 players and the spike. The 2 remaining players are over towards long. They're nowhere near this. And now we have a problem. Gives me try to clear. We're going to see if they clear Tubsters. The answer is no. Tubsters will not get cleared. And now you got Wilson in a 1v4 here. Gonna get spotted on that cross, and the players are gonna just pick up the weaponry, and that's gonna be a bit of an issue, and they're not even gonna get one of them. There's gonna be Addison, you know, low HP for Tubsters and Addison, but it's not gonna matter. You're gonna have 11-4 on the board. We're 2 away from match point right now, and that's gonna be a timeout coming in for 100 Dweebs as they gotta figure out what exactly they're gonna do, as that one just kind of fell apart basically under the push and kind of push and pull basically that was coming out of the side of Beta Division. We'll see. I mean, the timeout's going to come through. 100 Dweebs can't really afford to buy anything into this round, but now the problem is that, are you going to have to go, or do you want to commit to try and buying this round to prevent, you know, match point? Or if you're going to be okay with giving up match point, play for overtime, and then have to win 8 consecutive rounds. It is looking a little out of hand right now, but we have seen crazier comebacks for sure. So, I mean, it's not going to be over 2 yet. 400 Dweebs, I would probably prefer here to go for that save and just, you know, don't buy into this round. You know that you're going to have to blow through a bank on the other side no matter what happens. So even if you try to do the damage this round, it's not going to really do a whole lot. If you look at the money situation on Beta Division, it is very high right now. I mean, Mingu's on 5,600. Even though I say I wouldn't go for it, it does look like 100 Dweebs doesn't want to play for overtime. They want to play for that win, and they're going to pull out a pretty decent buy as well. You're going to have light armor across the board. The problem, though, is that you're playing into 3 Phantoms, so that's probably not the most ideal situation, but that's okay. Gray's going to have that Vandal, and they're going to go for some aggressiveness. Anchor's going to lose all the shields basically off the rip to the spam coming out of Mingu. Mingu's going to be forced to fall back, plays it smart here. And they're going to hear that Ares as well. They're going to know it's there. So Ray's off the rip, waiting for any possible footsteps to be able to throw this nade out for denial. And there's no rotation either. Nobody is spotted enough on the map to really commit to a rotation on the defensive side. Beta Division kind of just waiting it out, trying to see whether or not there's going to be something showing up. And the answer is there's not a whole lot here. Mingu hasn't really spotted anything over towards Showers, and Ray's going for that jump peek is not going to spot anything either. And that has actually caused Chris to rotate to the other side over towards B. They're worried about B here. And 100 Dweebs is actually outlasting Beta Division on this site right now. Nobody has spotted anything, and they're playing it incredibly patiently, which is really good to see. I mean, it might get to a point where, I mean, Beta Division is just going to start second-guessing themselves constantly. And at some point, somebody's going to have to go for a play here. Mingu, though, is immediately going to just chop Anchor's head off. 2 ultimates are about to come through here. It looks like the Raze ultimate went through. Gray is going to go down as well. Raze finds another. It's going to be a 2v4 right now. Wilson on the site is going to spot Mingu, but Mingu wins that fight as well. Frost now in the 1v4. 10 seconds to go. Nothing doing. 12-4. It's going to be match point here for Beta Division, as they find all the kills needed. The 2 players left on the site in the form of Mingu and Reza just hold it all down. And they do a fantastic job of just counteracting that push. I mean, it was a little awkwardly timed, I think, from 100 Dweebs, where they just they went for the swing on Showers before the smoke came down, and that gave Mingu the chance to just take the 1-tap and fall back and play behind the cover that was provided by the team coming in. We are going to see, I mean, the money, not fantastic, but it's still going to be rifles on the side of 100 Dweebs here. On their own map pick, you're looking at 8 straight rounds you need to come back on. And we're going to see how they're going to do it. How are you going to make that first crack? Anchor going up B long. There's going to be a player right around the corner. Not sure if they're going to peek this, and I mean, a little awkward as Tubsters has utility out there. You can see the dog will come through. We'll spot this one out. Tubster's going to go for that peek. Gets traded out, though. Mingu on the other side of the map is going to be okay. But Chris will find Tron, and that's both long players dead. So all 3 players remaining are coming from Hookah here. And that's going to be the rotation as well. 3 players are going to be here for the side of Beta Division. And we're going to see where they're going to take this. You can see that Reyes is just going to be cheating his way back over towards A. And you can see the 100 Dweebs also considering about going back over towards A.
"30 seconds left."
We're going to see the flash is going to go out, and that should be able to spot these two players, but the boom bot will go off. Mingu's going to get dropped, though, which is just going to leave Razes on the site, but Razes, two pretty low players here. They're both going around the corner. Finds Gray as well. The rocket is going to come out, and that is going to close things out as Razes finds all three players. Drop their own map pick early on, 13-4. We head towards Haven. This is Bind's pick, and Bind's pick, Beta Division's pick. And in classic fashion, we're on our way to the A site off the rip. It's going to be some early pushes over here on this side, and it's going to be an immediate evacuation from the side of 100 Dweebs. They want nothing to do with this as they get out. And the site is going to be given up now over the side of Beta Division. You can see some comp changes as well. Some players still playing their familiar agents. You're going to see Frost switching over to a Breach. You're going to have Wilson on the Sova. Anchor is going to be switched to an Omen here, it looks like, and that's going to be Tron on the Cypher instead, but Addison's going to just drop Anchor, or sorry, Souls is in here, excuse me. I think Tron was having a little bit too many problems with that setup at the LAN Cafe, and as a result of running their coach now in place, because that's going to be early 2 kills there as well. Frost, though, will be fine there, and it's going to be now a 1v1 here. It's going to be Souls versus, I believe this is Chris, in the 1v1. The peek comes through. Chris is going to be there with a headshot on towards Souls. It was a 1v1 in the end. The Beta Division comes out on top at the moment. We're going to see, I mean, weapons bought up on the side of Beta Division. You're going to see 2 Bulldogs, and Addison's actually going to pull a Phantom here, it looks like. So, some early, you know, weapon shenanigans, I guess you could say, as the Phantom is here very early on the board. And it's going to be another hit here over towards A. It's going to be Mingu going down through the sewers with that Bulldog in play. He's going to flash right through the smoke. That flash is going to catch quite a bit there. Is somehow going to be able to readjust to get back on towards Souls. I don't know how that happened, but Tubsters, sorry, is going to be there to finish off Gray. And now that's going to leave Frost and Wilson now in a very disadvantaged situation here. I mean, not like they weren't already with the fact that they have classics going into Phantom, Bulldogs, and Spectres. But, you know, there was always a thought. Addison's going to find that one as on the Jumpin' Frost with that Phantom. And that is going to be just, you know, Wilson kind of fed into the blender. Razes is able to pick up that kill. That's going to be 2-0 start here for Beta Division. And now we are going to get the rifles up on the board on the other side.
There.
That is going to be, you know, in the books as of right now. And we will see some weapons bought up. Mingu's going to have that Stinger up. It's going to be 1 Spectre, 2 Bulldogs, and a Phantom. So, I mean, it's no pushover buy still coming out of the side of Beta Division. 100 Dweebs going to have their full rifles up. They're going to be ready to go, and it's just going to be slam A again. I mean, who needs a strat book when you can just charge A over and over and over again? And what kind of works, to be honest. Mingu's going to be the first one up. Is going to have that front and back available and immediately gets spotted out. Souls is going to finish that. But now it's going to be forced to fall back because here comes the rest of the team. Frost, though, will find Chris. So that's going to be an opening kill there on the board. The Boombot not going to be able to spot much. As Souls is not going to know that there's a player here inside of the smoke. And that's going to be Razist, I believe, playing in this corner. They're going to have no idea. Has that Spectre as well. And they're not going to clear this, it looks like. Souls not going to clear. And yeah, going to get cleaned up. There's going to be spam times 3. I don't know how Razist gets that away with that. But somehow does. And then Nate is going to do a fair amount of damage to Gray. Gray is basically brought down to near 0. But Wilson finds 2. It's now all going to be on the remaining player. It's going to be Tubsters versus Gray here in the 1v1. But the time has ticked a little too far. Gray is going to finish that one. But it just won't matter. Not enough time on the clock. And that is me, Beta Division, sneaking out the round victory here. It's going to be 3-0 as Beta Division. I mean, it was just swinging both ways. I mean, they gave up the site. Everyone went in. Everyone tried to get back out. You had a huge, massive 3K from Raises there just in that corner. They were not expecting it to be in that corner with that Spectre. I don't know how they found 3 kills, but somehow succeeded in doing so. That just absolutely cleaned up the side of 100 Dweebs and stalled out enough time for that 1v1 to just come down to the very end of it. So fantastic job out of the side of Beta Division to finish off that round. And now 100 Dweebs is going to be on a very light buy here, trying to deal with the fact that there's going to be some changes coming their way now. And oh, look, it turns out there are more than just the A site on this map, as the side of Beta Division is kind of finding out here. Shots are coming through, the spam's coming through. Wilson is eating a lot of damage early on here as they're going to move their way through Garage. Frost is just going to have a ghost. Finds one, though, very early on, is brought, you know, down to about half. And Mingu and Racist are beginning to put the shots in. And all of a sudden, it's Souls in a 1v4. Players are not very lit up on the other side, which means, I mean, any engagement's going to take more than one bullet here. And unfortunately, most engagements not going to be advantageous for the Ghost. And Chris is going to close that one out. It's going to be a 4-0 lead here for the side of Beta Division. Starting on the attack. Wasn't their choice, but they seem to be very happy with it regardless. We are going to see rifles now back in the hands of 100 Dweebs here. You're going to see it's going to be, just hit A over and over and over again. Who needs strategies? Soul's going to spot this one out, though, and that does mean that they're going to be forced to fall back here off of this. There's going to be a big push here in towards windows as well. Anchor's going to be in. Mingu, I think, was ready for a flash, but no, didn't have utility out, and instead had the weapon. So that might change things up a little bit here. Now that they've got that kill, you can see Tubsters and Mingu are going to rotate back here. The trade will be there. Frost goes 1 for 1 there. Mingu goes down. Tubsters, though, is going to be able to stay alive for that trade, and that's going to be a rotation here in towards Wilson. Wilson is going to be able to spot this potentially with the drone. The drone's up, and yeah, we'll see it. We'll see 2 players, knows they're coming here. I was going to pop that as well. Here comes the Raze ultimate. It's not going to hit anything, though. But the swing there, Wilson will be forced out in the open, and unfortunately, that is going to be the kill. I don't think Gray is going to spot the gun barrel here, and will not do so. So I don't know if Tubster saw that either. This Tubster is going to move up here, and yeah, will find Gray. It's going to be all on Souls. 5-0 here. Beta Division keep 4 alive as they are just rolling their way through the side of 100 Dweebs right now. Yes, that's going to be, there's the timeout. They want that right now, and Tron is going to give the biggest pep talk he's ever given from that LAN cafe right now. Knows the team is in desperate need of some advice, of some strategy, some firepower, all the above. You got to work on everything right now, but you need to do it real quick and on the fly at the moment, because Racist and Mingu are both shoving 7 kills apiece down your throat 5 rounds into this game. They account for 14 kills, almost half the kills that have happened in this game are basically between them for their side. So, they're going to go through a quick discussion here. It does look like they're thinking about buying into this round. As you can see, Gray has already bought he's already bought a Phantom, but not many players will be able to afford that. Wilson and Frost might be able to, but you're going to be light on utility in that, so they may go for the save. But again, the last time I said that they were probably going to go for the save, didn't really happen. So I'm going to take a look here to see where we are headed, and it does look like they're going to be trying to buy into this round. So 100 Dweebs making the aggressive plays here and aggressive decision making as they choose to, buy into these rounds, buy what they can. And you see Gray with the old Champions Vandal. That's something you haven't seen in a while because everyone's got the new one. It's not going to be an early slam A, it looks like. Mingu is going to be dealing with Frost over here towards C-Long. Both players are kind of just jump peeking this and going, all right, is there anyone here? Anyone here? Maybe, maybe not. Chris is going to grab that orb, and they're going to back it out. So Chris is going to have that lockdown now as a potential, you know, entry weapon here. And where they decide to put it,
Recalling my bot.
we have seen before. I mean, it does look like, yeah, they are going to commit here towards A. The dog is going to go out, and Chris is going to lead the way here. Looking to see if there's anything around, and there's the lockdown. So there it's going to go, and that is going to be early on. And I don't think there's really anything from 100 Dweebs that can stop this unless they're able... Yeah, Frost is nowhere close enough to really try and attempt to get through that, so they're going to have to give that one up. There goes the lockdown. Honestly, they probably could have saved it for a post-plant situation because, you know, they're most often so far in this game, they've been able to break into the site with little resistance, right? I mean, they basically, you know, poked their head in, forced the one player that was on site, the anchor, to basically fall back, and then they've been able to get in for free on their plants. So that, you know, there's going to be the first kill on towards Gray. Chris will find one. Chris is going to get the second somehow. And before Racist is able to pick up another. And I mean, the whole team just falling across the board. And it's, I mean, they're kind of just going one by one in right now. And it's not doing too well for them. As Beta Division is up to 6-0. A big half coming out of them already. On the other side, 100 Dweebs is going to have 3 ultimates available to them. You're going to have the Knives, you're going to have the Hunter's Fury, you're going to have the Neural Link as well. You're going to see Anchor is also going to be 1 away as ultimates have been used up on the side of Beta Division here. See what comes next. It's going to be Rifles, and Gray is just going to have, you know, pop his Knives. We'll have a Frenzy as well. They're going to leave A completely open, going strictly for a retake here, it looks like right now. They're not going to bother with this for the time being. As the Raze is going to go, you know, right on in, and is going to spot nobody home, but Gray smokes Chris and immediately gets out. So for the first time in a bit, you're going to have the opening kill going the way of the side of 100 Dweebs, and now you got to see what they're going to do with it. Again, this was sort of, you know, the whole deal that I was talking about earlier with the way that the sight breaks were working. And Gray's going to find another. Tubsters is going to go down to a Frenzy of all things. Mingu, though, will find Souls. So we're into the 4v3 here. And you're going to see if how this push is going to go in towards the hell. They should know there's one player there, and Addison's going to get cleaned up here. Racist on the site is now just going to leave Mingu in the 1v3. The flash comes through. Gonna find one. Looking to find a second, but no, Wilson will be there to shut it down, and that is going to be the first round of the map going to 100 Dweebs as they pick that one up. 2 alive. Big retake and big opening kills as well coming out of the side of Gray. So nicely played there. You know, at the cost of a couple ultimates, but that's okay. Frost is already halfway back to the ultimate at 9 points. Man, that's a rough ultimate to have to get to. But that is going to be good. To be headed to round number, because I can do math, number 8.
Scanning ahead.
You're going to see the early dart will go out towards long. Nothing to be seen there, so they're going to, you know, drone their way out in towards mid. Nothing to really be seen here either. Well, actually, we'll spot 2 players, so they'll know that approximately there's no presence here. Gray has pulled the operator as well, so they should know there's nothing here, but the rotation is beginning to make its way over towards A possibly, or more towards garage. You can see them working out their way towards mid. Kind of avoiding A as of right now, but Tubsters might be peeking into this. Knows there's a possibility of players having moved up, and the answer is yes. There goes Tubster's head. Gray pixel basically showing, and it was enough to take off. This is gonna be next up. Chris making the way in towards mid here. They're gonna, you know, try to go for this B, it looks like, but the utility still here as denial, and that is gonna be a bit of an issue for the side of Beta Division. It's not gonna be an easy sight break as what they've received before, and yeah, they're gonna decide, hey, we're gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna make our way over to the side of C into the garage. Shock Dart does pretty good damage there towards Addison. He's down to 66 HP. Gonna be on the site though. Souls will find one. Gonna be finding some more here, and it's all gonna be on Mingu in a 1v3 once again. Flash goes out, but the operator will be there. 6-2. As you never know, this might start another streak, and Gray pulls that operator. Immediate impactful kills once again. So very nicely done. Coming out of the side 100 Dweebs as they're beginning, you know, to recover this a little bit here. This is also causing Beta Division to have to dip back into that bank. They are going to have ultimates on the board again, though. So Raze and Phoenix ultimates both at the ready. Full rifles across the board. So everybody, no excuse right now. You are fully equipped. We're going to see where this goes. And Gray, right off the opening rip, should be, you know, running into these players early on, thinking about whether or not they want to go for that opening peek. And well, the double jump comes across, and no one's able to get picked up off of that. So that is going to force the operator off the angle and out of the sight entirely, it looks like. Riz is probably going to pop that ultimate, go for the double satchel, possibly. He's thinking about it, but will get smoked off. But Anchor is going to find Chris. So first blood picked up by the side 100 Dweebs. And that is going to be out towards B. So the lurk from Chris, I guess. Anchor brought extremely low off of that as well, but still alive and kicking on the board. Nothing's been pushed up here over towards A just yet. Under a minute to go. You're going to see what they decide to do. As you can see, Race is, you know, in the back trying to figure out, okay, is there anyone back there?
Joke's over. You're dead.
You can see Riz going to go just right in. The ultimate not going to catch anything, though, but Frost will get taken down. Riz will get, I think, lose a little bit of HP to that aftershock, but Tupsters will get that spike down. That is going to be a spike on the ground. And now, I mean, it's going to be a 4v3 retake here. Souls is going to find one, and everyone's positions are about to be noted here. As heads were spotted and heads were taken, Races finds one, finds another, and it's all going to be on Gray now in the 1v2. Gray will able to find one on towards Mingu and has to deal with a half HP. Races here, it looks like. He's going to drop. Has no idea where the player's gone. Might just have to go for the defuse potentially here. He's going to tap it, looking to just bait it out. And we'll spot the player, but I mean, time has been ticking down. It's going to be a little too much time, it looks like. And yeah, not going to be enough time. And it's going to die to the spike along with it. So Gray not able to finish it out. 7-2. Opening half here from Beta Division. Still a couple rounds to go as well, as we're only into round 10. See where we're headed next, and it does look like it's going to be a pretty rough buy on the board from the side of 100 Dweebs. I mean, Frost is going to have so much money, it looks like. As you know, 5,200 as well. The rest of the team is broke by comparison, and somehow Frost has all the money. Has a full bot of Vandal as well into the round. And, you know, again, it's just going to be retake. They're leaving A completely open. They're not going to bother with taking those early engagements, and they're just going to go for that retake once the plant's off. But Frost might want to do something about that potentially. I mean, we'll get smoked off, though, and that means basically there's nothing to do. Gonna have to wait. Spike goes down. Chris is gonna plant that, as has been his duty this entire time. And we go to the post plant situation. It's gonna be 4 pistols and a Vandal retaking into the Beta Division guns here. See where we're going. Tupsters is gonna be all set and ready to go. We'll have a flash up as well. And we begin. Smoke will go down, though, to kind of box off the side in the sewers there. Toucher's just kind of waiting to see, but I mean, you're gonna, Raze is gonna be down low here. It will not get cleared out actually by that aftershock. So the blind will come through though, and it just shreds the whole team. Frost finds one, but that's gonna be it. Now that's gonna be Beta Division going up 8-2. Let's see how things go. Gray's gonna have those knives on board, and we'll have a stinger, you know, to go with the rifles on the board. We'll probably just pop that ultimate and ready to go. Everyone else, Vandals or Phantoms on the board, and it's gonna be, you know, the early A presence. I really would like to see, honestly, 100 Dweebs try to aggressively play for some of this long control here. I mean, I know a lot of, you know, Beta Division's been committed a fair amount of utility, but you like to kind of meet them at the door more than having to just give up the site without too much on the side. And just kind of leaving it at that. But I mean, a lot more utility. There goes the Killjoy ultimate down as well. Looking for to see if Gray's going to pick anything off of this. The blind just came through as well, the paranoia, so that is going to force everyone off the site. Going to have to back it up and get out of the way. That's going to be, you know, opening it up for the spike.
Spike planted.
I think the molly was supposed to go into the window and it didn't actually make it though, but Souls will find one. Looking to make it 2 and finds one on towards Tubsters. So 4v3 now, the situation has changed here, and now they're gonna have to try to get in there off of that paranoia that just went absolutely massive. And there you go, Wilson, Gray, all chiming in for kills here. Both players remain alive, and that is gonna be a 3rd round here on the board as they're gonna pick that one up as we head towards the last round of the half, and it's 8-3. Looking to make similar.
Last round before the switch.
We're gonna see, you know, it's gonna be rifles across sports. Everyone's gonna be able to, you know, buy back into this, except actually Tubsters. Probably gonna be gifted over a bulldog or something because, you know, a little bit broke there on the side. If somebody notices, maybe not. Okay, there you go. I was gonna say, Rays needed to buy that one in, and it looks like there's gonna be a bit of early C presence here. There's gonna be 2 players from the side of 100 Dweebs here. It's gonna be both Anchor and Wilson, and that dart is gonna spot most of the team, so they are aware that they're here. As Anchor's, you know, gonna be able to break that dog. He's gonna toss out both smokes. So trying to just stall this one out here, and this rotation might be coming in. And this flank from Gray might be absolutely massive, but the ultimate's gonna come through. Wilson just goes down immediately, unfortunately. Anchor on the site, trying to be the anchor, and is not able to do so. Only finds one before getting traded out. So a 2-for-1 on the opening entry. And it's gonna be a 3-player retake coming through here. Souls looking for just 1 kill to be able to pop neural theft here, as the ultimate just comes flying through. But Mingu's gonna find one. It's gonna be, you know, Addison dropped in the back of the map, is gonna be able to toss out, you know, the neural theft knows exactly where the teams are, but it's not gonna make a huge difference here as Chris is gonna peek out 9-3 half. And if there was ever a time for a 9-3 curse,
Switching sides.
now would be a pretty good time. You're gonna see here. Well, somebody's got to go back and get that spike first of all, as that's been forgotten back in the spawn. We're gonna see what 100 Dudes is gonna do. This was Beta Division's pick, which does mean, I mean, it is probably their most practiced map, or their favorite, or all of the above. Which, to be fair, they're also playing with a pair of substitute players in this match, so, you know, kind of to be determined on whether or not how that's gonna go. But we will see 100 Dweebs here. Gonna make their way in towards mid very early on. Mingu wants to go for this early peek, I think, through garage. And instead it looks like we are just gonna be charging straight towards the B site here. From the side of 100 Dweebs, right into the site we go. I believe, I believe the one player that was in was Addison, who got out and instead is gonna just get shock darted to death, it looks like there. Tubsters will be able to enter into the site, but it looks like one will go down. I mean, just players absolutely everywhere. And at the end of the day, I'm not even fast enough to catch all these kills apparently. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be 100 Dweebs picking up the pistol, their first of the match so far, as they lost the previous 3. And that does mean weaponry upgrades on the board, on the menu for these players. They're gonna have what they want. That is gonna see, you know, it's gonna be a Marshall, Spectre, one of every weapon basically is gonna be what it looks like. The whole arsenal coming out from 100 Dweebs. On the other side, 3 shorties in the hands of these players from the side of Beta Division, and 2 classics. So, you know, early on it doesn't look like they're trying to go for too much crazy shenanigans here, other than, you know, the fact that the shorties do exist. And Anchored will clean up 1, so Addison will go down. But Chris is gonna find 2 with the shorty. I don't know how that happened. Completely missed whatever the heck happened there, and is, you know, still able to do a bit of damage with that next one there. But I mean, the 2 kills with that shorty, just absolutely ridiculous. Ray's coming in from the back, is able to find 1 as well. That's gonna be a weapon picked up here, so now we're in a 2v2. Wilson and Frost here going against the Rays and Tubsters here.
One enemy remaining.
This is now, all just gonna be on Raze with that Spectre, not able to do enough. And that's gonna be another round that 100 Dweebs is just gonna kind of squeak out by the skin of their teeth. A little too close for comfort, given that it was 3 shorties invested, and that was kind of it. But they still managed to pull through. It's gonna be 9-5 now, and now the rifles are in play. We're gonna see where things are going here for the time being. You're gonna have 1 Phantom on the board that will be in Gray's hands. Everybody else is gonna be forced back on towards pistols, though, unfortunately. So, the Bulldogs were not really retrievable, and that means you're gonna be in the disadvantageous situation here, as all the players from Beta Division are gonna be nicely rifled up and are ready to go. There's gonna be another, mid push here. Addison's gonna be here playing defense, because they're gonna get smoked off as well. So, a lot of utility just jump straight through. No idea what's going on here. Paranoia will go flying through as well, but they're gonna be forced back here by the aftershock. Mingu, though, finds the first kill, and Soul's gonna trade back immediately. So, shots coming through as great 2 shots. The Souls finds 2 kills there. Not able to get much more done, but the 2 headshots definitely pretty solid in this round. It's gonna be a 1v1 now. Anchor's gonna find a Vandal, and Spike is not on the floor either yet, so chance to go, but no, Chris is playing that angle, spots them, and Anchor is gonna fall, unfortunately, not able to make that cross. The shots come through, and that is gonna be another round for Beta Division. They are up 10-5 right now, 3 away from a victory, and they know that series finale is very close to them indeed. We'll see all the 100 Dweebs players gathered up outside of A right now. And it does look like, the early strategy of slam A. See what info you can get, see what utility you can get dumped out on the ground. And early on, it's just going to be an early push. And yeah, Razes will end up falling. Gray brought pretty low off of that.
Exactly where you are.
And now Tubster's going to be on the map with that classic in hand. Not a whole lot really doing. But up close. There you go. Yeah, Souls is going to come in with another one. That's him with the Sheriff. Looking to see if they can find something potentially, but nope. The Bucky as well. Firing away in the hands of Mingu. Gray's actually going to be in that corner, so the shots from that shotgun originally were doing okay, but Anchor will find Chris. There's going to be another smoke that's going to just delay them, and this is probably going to be another round in the books. 400 Dweebs. They're not going to check the the corner, and no, they actually will. There's going to be one brought down. Gray will fall, but Frost will be there to return. Everyone's got a rifle in hand. They're going to be all happy, and we head to round number 17. 10-6. Is our scoreline right now. This Beta Division is going to be able to buy back into this, and now you got to deal with the attacking 100 Dweebs here. Couple ultimates on the board right now, and a couple ultimates are only 1 or 2 points away. You're going to be looking for that Rolling Thunder. Still 4 points away. Don't have to worry about that yet. Mingu's going to have the run it back. That is going to be pretty impactful wherever Mingu goes, because usually that's good for at least 1 kill. And an opportunity like this where you just fly out of the garage. I was able to spot a player there, I believe, towards window, so was able to just, fall back. Doesn't want to have to deal with that. And instead, the players are going to push their way, but look at the map pressure that's been brought in by the side of of Beta Division, but it doesn't matter here, I guess, because Mingu's just going to roll everyone down. And is going to go for the push again. Is going to spot another, spots another, on for the ace. Ace is right behind him, actually, but no, Anchor's gonna find 2, or sorry, 1 actually. Only took down the Mingu ultimate, but it didn't just all the pressure. They knew where the players were, because Race had pushed all the way through A long, all the way out into A main. There was nobody there. They knew the players had to be congregated there, over towards B or C, and Mingu just mows every single one of them down. 24-12 right now on the map. It's 11-6. Another buy coming in from 100 Dweebs. They'll be able to buy, even if they lose this one, they should be able to buy into the next round. But it is getting desperate for the side of 100 Dweebs. It is not looking hot. It is not looking fantastic whatsoever here right now. as they're going to have to come up with some way, somehow, to pull this victory out. They're doing whatever they can. They'll be looking for that push as well. Everyone's just playing, you know, a very static default. No one wants to really push up. No one wants to have to be that one that kind of, you know, gives up that first kill. Does everyone just spread out perfectly across the map? Are we gonna wait a bit? You know, wait a little bit to see who's gonna do what. There's only one player over towards A, and that is going to be Tubsters, who's going to have to currently deal with 2 players, potentially more. It does look like the side of 100 Dweebs going to start cheating their way over towards A. They're going to grab that spike and make their way over to the other side. It's all going to be on Tubsters here. It's just going to be a single sky. Raze is going to be jump peeking this over towards, you know, the exit. But Tubsters is, you know, basically done. One and done. Is going to get completely blinded by that. Players on the site, they're not actually going to check this, or will get spotted though by that arrow, and is going to win that gunfight. But you know, the rest of the team is immediately going to turn around and take off Tubster's head. Unfortunately, we're in a 4v3 here. The retake is going to be on. No huge tools available, it looks like. So it does, I mean, you are going to have the paranoia available from Addison here. Just going to go flying through. They're just waiting to send it. Off it goes. Into the site we go flying, as the flashes are also going to come through, and they're just going to line up. They just lined up, and all of a sudden it's going to be Addison in the 1v2. Unfortunately, I believe too much time has ticked off the clock for this to really, you know, make a huge difference at the moment. But it's going to find one, and there you go. Souls will clean that one up. 7-11. 100 Dweebs climbing their way back into this map right now. But only one player surviving is going to put a dent in the bank as well. I believe they're going to have enough to buy in, though. And they should have enough money. Yeah, you are going to see money on the board. They're going to be okay in terms of their purchases here. On the other side, Beta Division not looking so hot. You are going to see, you know, a Bucky coming out on Mingyu. The rest of the team does look like they're going to have some weapons. And I say that. There's 2 Buckies appearing right now in this buy. In this armory. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the Bucky here, but you know, they're the better players than me. So we're gonna see where those go. Mingyu looks like it's gonna be inside of garage with 1. The other one's gonna be Tubsters down in sewers. So curious to see how much use this one's gonna get. No one's really gonna be pushing this one forward, because you know Mingyu's going for those peaks. No one really kind of offering an opportunity, and we're once again into the default, trying to just see where anyone it may be right now. You're gonna hear that shotgun as well, as Tubsters will get spotted and is gonna be forced to fall back. Gonna get smoked off as well, so I mean, channel gonna be all blocked up for the time being, as Addison's used both smokes there to try and repel the push that he's expecting. As of right now, though, that push is not coming. It does look like they're going to be angling their way over towards C here, as the running is going to begin. Mingyu might be hearing some of this as they make their way down long, but they will find out shortly. The turret contact will be made, and now you know that here they are, and that is going to cause some rotations. The nades are going to delay this considerably, along with the smoke. Dash comes through. There's going to be nobody home. Well, there will be a Chris in the back here, but Chris is going to remain alive right now for the time being, but will fall. Raze will trade 1. That's going to be it. The problem, though, is that the spike has to get planted. 8 seconds to go. They're going to be trying to get this down. They're going to deny the spike. The spike planter was killed, and that is going to be the round. Well, I was going to say almost ended, but no. Souls in the back is able to find Addison with 2 seconds on the clock. And that is going to result in the round win for 100 Dweebs. A little close for comfort, you know, a little. I mean, the spike denial was absolutely massive for Beta Division, but for that to come down to a 1v1 and that close from 100 Dweebs losing that round into what was basically, I believe, was 1 Phantom and a bunch of assorted weaponry. Definitely a little too close for comfort for sure, coming out of 100 Dweebs, but they do take the round. It's going to be 8-11 as they climb their way back into this. You're going to see rifles across the board now. Everybody's going to have weapons out. It's going to be, you know, an early A push here once again. Check the ultimates real quick, and you know, if there's a couple on board, not really too close for Raze, and it is going to be, you know, another A hit here. Jump peek, not going to spot a whole lot. Gray just kind of playing back. Both players actually just playing pretty far back, and I believe this is going to be the Rolling Thunder coming out. This is going to fly through the site here. The Seekers as well are going to be thrown out here, so early pushing as Tubster is able to find one. Spamming through the smoke, trying to catch on towards Tubster. Tubster is going to get away. Stays alive. Souls will find Mingu though, and as well the ultimate though has been thrown down, so the Killjoy ultimate will force these players to evacuate the site, and that is going to allow entry for Beta Division. They're going to be pretty okay with their positioning here, and the spike is going to begin. The defuse has started. Addison is going to have to fall off of that, and Chris is going to go down. The shots will come through. Souls is going to find 3 in the round before falling here. The shots will be good though from the attackers. 100 Dweebs is going to get up to 9 rounds here as they get through with 2 players surviving. I thought my mic was muted for a second. I was like, that would be really awkward if I've been going this entire time with a muted mic. But we're good. Mic was not, in fact, muted. We're going to see we are up to 9-11. So 100 Dweebs battling back right now in the second half. Able to find 6 rounds already. Looking to see if they can get some more here. On the outside, I mean, you know, sorted, you know, random weaponry, a couple sheriffs, a stinger on the board. We're going to see how things go for the time being as players are going to continue to move up. I believe Tubsters may have crashed out of the game, as has disconnected from the lobby. We'll see Addison's going to be the first one up. He's going to just immediately take Soul's head off. Great shot there from Addison to open things up. You're going to see the dart will come in. They're just trying to stall some time here. That's going to be another one as Gray's going to end up falling. So, you know, these players are going to be working their way in towards the site. Wilson will find one. So Addison is going to go down, but Racist will be there to trade once again. So Wilson is going to be the last one alive. Is going to mow 2 of them down. And that is going to be the round end because the last remaining player, Tubsters, is going to be disconnected. Wilson, unfortunately, has no idea.
Planted. My ult is ready. He's done.
That's going to be it for that round. I do believe I need to do...
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
Not really sure how to actually pause the clock. We're going to be waiting to see if we can get Tubsters back in or not here. But it is going to be, you know, waiting for the player to come back in. But that is going to be, you know, 100 dudes fighting this one back right now. I mean, again, that last round, another situation where, I mean, they just didn't have a lot of weaponry on the side of Beta Division, and they still are able to make it a 1v1 in the end. I mean, if you had Tubsters up, that possibly could have been a little bit different. But I mean, you know, great sheriff shots coming out of Addison, some great shots. We are back. So the results is going to be, since we're not really sure where Tubsters seems to have fully disconnected and hasn't reappeared back in the Discord. So the call right now is going to be this match will be finished out 4v5 for map number 2. Map 3 potentially to be rescheduled. Teams are going to discuss that afterwards. But for now, 4v5. Beta Division is going to go down swinging if that's what it leads to be. And we're going to see what ends up happening here. Mingyu going for the aggressive play here. Has that ultimate to pop as well. Is going to send it. And there's going to be the early kills here. Big early kills. 4v5 doesn't even matter, it looks like, as 100 Dweebs are going to be collapsing here. 3 have gone down. Mingyu finds another. And all of a sudden, it's Anchor left in a 1v5. Nothing doing. As Chris finds that one. And, well, 12-10. Flawless round for Beta Division coming out of the extended timeout and the loss of a teammate. And, yeah, now 100 Dweebs is staring down match point here. They're going to have the money to buy back into this. But on the other side, I mean, you are going to see, I mean, it is a 4v5. Tubster's is stuck back in the spawn as of right now. But you will see, I mean, 100 Dweebs, Bulldog, not the most ideal weaponry right now. And they are going to look like they're going to make their way here over towards potentially C. The pings are going out there on that side of the map. And it's just going to be Chris here left alone, ready and waiting. Gonna start making their way up, and Chris should have spotted that. So that should be the signal, because you can see the early aggressive play here coming through. Gray's gonna go right through this, it looks like, and he's gonna go for that spike plant. So the early plant is gonna go down here, and Gray's gonna tuck themselves back into the back of the map. Mingyu, though, is gonna open up once again and find that early pick inside a garage, and that's gonna be, you know, clearing some more space here. You will see Anchor is going to be burned away in this corner, though, and will go down. The molly, absolutely huge. Mingyu with a 3rd kill as well. It's all going to be now down on towards Gray and Wilson. Gray's going to get fully flashed out. Mingyu in the back finds another, and it's all going to be on Wilson in this corner. The flag just absolutely comes through, and, well, we won't need a 3rd map. 4v5, it won't matter. They go down swinging. They come out on top swinging. Beta Division closes it out 13-10. This is going to finish.